My name is Patrick Pearson. I'm the Director of Sports Information here at Florida Gulf Coast University. And again, we can't thank you enough for coming out for this special day. It's an exciting day for Florida Gulf Coast University, Florida Gulf Coast Athletics, and the men's basketball program. Before we get started, I'd like to say a special thank you to our media in attendance for their dedication to us, their coverage during the search process. We know it's a tough process to go through, and we really thank you for your coverage that you've given us, not only through the process, but for what you've done. That being said, please hold all your comments and questions until after the press conference is over, and then we will call you over to meet with the coach and Director of Athletics, Ken Cavanaugh, will also be available for comment. At this time, I'd like to call up Director of Athletics, Ken Cavanaugh.
Thanks, Patrick. And as Patrick said, it is very exciting times for us. We're glad everyone was able to come out on short notice. And, I'm sure many will be disappointed not to get daily updates and whether emailing, calling, or texting. You just have to keep your days busy on your own. I felt like I was starring in a show called Where in the World is Who is Ken Cavanaugh Communicating? It's now going to end. This is the last episode. Seriously, first of all, I'd be remiss if I did not thank Coach Ballsville for his decade of efforts and contributions to FGCU, and in particular our men's basketball program. Times change quickly around here, and sudden move from Division II to Division I without the full complement of resources is certainly not an easy time for J.C. Community. Likewise, I want to thank Coach Leo Miller for his willingness to undertake the role of interim head coach. Hall of Famer from his Cape Cod days, when he won over 600 games at the high school level. He's a gentleman beyond reproach, and we are indeed grateful for his leadership over the past month. Coach Miller, I'd like to say thank you. Coach Miller. Stand up, I certainly want to acknowledge the key role of President Bradshaw in the search process, from having the ultimate faith in allowing me to spearhead the search in an expedite manner, to generously providing a valuable time and leadership to meet with a number of our candidates, to share his enthusiastic vision of this wonderful university. It is a daily honor and privilege to serve such a tremendous ambassador at FGCU. In turn, our entire athletic staff is excited to deliver on the promise of taking full advantage of the postseason opportunities that now await men's basketball and all our programs in the coming year. I also want to recognize the efforts of Butch Burchin. Butch. All right, let's stand up. Poor Butch and his trusty crutches have witnessed many a mile over the past few weeks. And he made up past midnight a couple of weeks ago on an out-of-town trip to meet some of our candidates. And I was very surprised when I arrived back, he did not fall asleep on me. But as Butch knows, we still have lots more work in front of us as we aggressively pursue the needed external resources to fulfill all our dreams. Finally, please indulge me to take the time to acknowledge my bride, Mary, and the rest of our family. I haven't been home much the past month, and when I have been, it's usually been occupied with the phone in my hand. As we all know in athletics, our families sacrifice significantly so that we can be allowed to properly serve our student athletes and other constituents. We don't often enough pass along our appreciation for this important task. When the search process commenced nearly 4 weeks ago, the bottom line goal was to find the best fit for FGCU men's basketball as we move forward towards postseason eligibility. The definition of what best fit involved certainly included, first and foremost, finding an individual of the highest integrity, as well as someone that would serve as the face of FGCU athletics in so many ways. It also included finding a coach who could both serve as a daily role model for our student athletes, as well as become the architect of building a program that will hopefully soon not only compete for and win ASUN championships, like many of our other programs have already done, but also someone who envisions the possibility of soon joining our exciting women's program and selling out a league arena and both playing beyond the first weekend of the NCAA tournament. Initially, I fully understood the terrific opportunity that we had available. However, to my pleasant surprise, so did so many others across the country. Hence, we are fortunate to have an extremely talented pool of candidates to select from, which soon became a nice problem to have, as I faced the difficult process of narrowing down the field to one. Along the way, I had the distinct pleasure of meeting many new folks who are both very prepared and excited to assume the reins of FGCU men's basketball. In turn, I want to both thank all the candidates for their interest, as well as pass along my tremendous appreciation to a number of my colleagues who were trusted advisors along the way as I worked toward making my recommendation to President Bradshaw. In final analysis, I believe that we found the individual who best fits the leadership criteria to take the Eagles toward our desired goals. An individual is the son of 2 high school teachers, 1 a high school coach. Under their guidance, he became his high school class valedictorian and eventually a 2-time academic All-American and an all-time leading scorer at prestigious Johns Hopkins University. He also joined a selected group by earning an NCAA postgraduate scholarship, which he utilized to attend the University of Maryland. Hence, we believe that we have a caretaker of our critical academic mission. In the course of his professional career, he has demonstrated successful entrepreneurial skills as he helped partner a company from the ground up and helped raise over $7 million in capital. Hence, we believe that we have a good teammate in our important role of generating much-needed external resources. He decided to follow his dream of being a coach like his dad. However, his ambition involved reaching the highest level, the NBA. For many, this would be unrealistic. However, utilizing his well-earned NCAA career record for the best free throw percentage ever, and after already having garnered the respect of a number of NBA players who were applying for the shooting consultant business, he sold the likes of veteran head coach Mike Dunleavy and earned a spot on the Milwaukee Bucks staff at the age of 26. A few years later, he earned a spot on Rick Pitino's Boston Celtics staff. A few years later, he earned a spot on Rick Pitino's staff for 2 seasons before he eventually joined Coach Leonard Hamilton's emerging Florida State program that has become the benchmark for defense, en route to their Sweet 16 appearance last weekend, where unfortunately they beat my Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Over the course of his 5 years in Tallahassee, the Seminoles have earned their way into the elite grouping of Duke and North Carolina, atop the ACC standings. Hence, we believe that we have an individual who is fully prepared to both recruit effectively and to coach them up once they arrive here at the net. Finally, and certainly not least of all, we have a gentleman who is a dedicated family man by all accounts, and who we believe will serve as a daily role model for the student athletes placed under his care. All in all, I strongly believe that our overall best fit is a proven winner who will take the Eagles to new heights in the very near future. With all that said, it's my distinct pleasure to introduce FGCU's second head men's basketball coach, Andy Enfield.
Thank you, Ken. Dr. Bradshaw and Mr. Kavanaugh have been tremendous in this search. Their vision, the reason I'm here is because of their vision for this university and the potential of this school. I also want to congratulate the men's basketball staff here, going from Division II to Division I, entering the Atlantic Sun Conference. It was quite an accomplishment, very difficult. So they have a tremendous staff, and they've recruited some fine student athletes in the basketball team now. My family at home, my wife could not be here today. She's 8.5 months pregnant. Have a little boy coming here any minute. I hope it's not right now. But I have 2 beautiful daughters, 5, and will be 5 next week, and 3.5. Very excited. I guess the number one reason I took this job is because of the vision of Dr. Bradshaw and Mr. Kavanaugh. The second reason was because my daughters love the Eagle mascot. They want to be little eagles. That was the last word said to me, Daddy, I want to be a little eagle, so make sure you get that job. But I'm thankful to have a wife, Amanda, that is a big sports fan. In fact, I met her because of college basketball. Her trip to the NCAA tournament, I happened to be her ride to a regional game, and that's how I met my wife. So she's a huge sports fan. She loves to be part of a basketball community. And my goal as the head basketball coach here is to create that culture of family and to join all of you that are already here. So we're looking forward to that. On the basketball front, really the reason I left the NBA to come to college and join Leonard Hamilton at Florida State was because of the student athlete. I relish the opportunity to work with young men and help them become prepared for the future. And that's my goal here. Academically, development outside of the game of basketball, as well as on-court development. And with that on-court development, we hope to win a lot of games. So my goal here is not just to win the Atlantic Sun. My goal here is to develop student athletes. And I take education very seriously. I've done that my whole career. My background, I'm the son of 2 school teachers. So that's very important to me. The basketball has been in my blood. As Ken said, that my father was a high school and 9th grade coach for over 25 years. So basketball's been in my blood, and it will continue to be so. So I'm really excited about the development of the student athlete, and I look forward to working with each and every one sitting right here. Of course, we need to bring some recruits in. Our long-term vision for this program is to win the Atlantic Sun and to go further. We want to get to the NCAA tournament and win some games. And how far we go will be determined really on our talent level and how hard we work both during the season and off season. So I have big plans for this university. It's a beautiful place. We like to engage the faculty and the student body. My goal looking at this beautiful Alico Arena is to fill this place up. And you can't do that without some excitement in the community and also your student body. So I intend to go out to the student groups, the faculty groups, the community groups, and try to get people excited about this. They're going to care about our kids. They're going to know about our kids individually. They're going to know their names. We're going to bring some people in to the university to speak to our kids so they can see what successful people around the community are all about. We're going to bring some faculty in to speak to our kids. And we're going to try to develop a community atmosphere where Fort Myers, Naples, etc. are really going to care about Florida Gulf Coast basketball. The future is very bright, but our goal here is to be competitive next year. When I went to Florida State, it was a very similar situation. We had not been in the NCAA tournament in 10 years. I worked for a tremendous boss, Leonard Hamilton, and his first comment to me was, we need to go get players that other schools want. And in the ACC, that's very difficult. When you talk about Duke and North Carolina, Maryland and Georgia Tech, and the basketball powers, these are some of the elite programs around the country. We came up with a greater recruiting strategy. And at Florida State, we had 11 top 100 players with 2 McDonald's All-Americans on our current roster. We've been in the NCAA tournament 3 straight years, the Sweet 16 this year, the most successful three-year run in the school history. I know what it's like to not have a basketball tradition. This Florida Gulf Coast University does not have a great basketball tradition because the school is brand new. So you can't have one. So this is a new time, but I'm coming from a university that was very similar to this. The advantage of Florida State University was that it's been around a lot longer than this university. But from a basketball program perspective, they are very similar. So I've been there, we've done that at Florida State, and this is a new challenge for me. I intend to hire a coaching staff that shares my vision, that shares the university's vision and President Bradshaw's vision. I will probably consider candidates in the next 2 to 3 weeks. It'll be open. I'll look forward to speaking to many people. At the end of the day, the assistant coaches that will be working with these student athletes will definitely share my educational vision, personal development vision, as well as the on-court player development. So with that, I want to thank all of you for being here. I'm extremely excited about being an Eagle, and my daughters are even more excited than I am. So thank you.
Well, I, like Ken, I'm glad this process is over. I was so impressed with the number and the quality of individuals who are interested in our basketball program and interested in this position. And I had the great opportunity to talk to many of those candidates. You've seen them in the newspaper. Some were real candidates. Some were. But I too would like to thank all of you who showed up on very short notice. Not as short as we had planned it. But still, we appreciate your support. We're so lucky and fortunate to have Andy join Florida Gulf Coast University. I had an opportunity to spend at least an hour with Andy and some time with Coach Hamilton from Florida State. I am convinced that we have a high-quality men's basketball coach And as Ken acknowledged early on in his comments, Dave Balza contributed a great deal to where we are today. And I am confident that Andy will come on board and take this program into its future. Our future is very bright. Go Eagles.
Again, we'd like to thank everybody for coming out today. The official press release of Coach Enfield's hiring will be on FGCU.com along with a video of today's press conference is also available. So again, we thank you for coming out. Travel home safe, and all media, just hang tight and we'll get you a coach and Ken very soon.